It's almost 11 o'clock p.m. I am in Atlanta, Georgia. And you know that song, Georgia, Georgia?
No peace I find. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
But let me introduce you guys first. That was beautiful singing. This is Michael, my couchsurfing host, official couchsurfing host.
Official.
And this is his friend Cher, like the singer.
Yeah.
And this is Halef.
My partner, Holly.
Partner Halef.
Yep.
And they are, how do you say, Atlanteans?
How do you say? Atlantans. I never been asked that question before, but I guess it's Atlantans, right?
Atlantans.
Yeah.
And where you born?
Actually, I'm a Canadian.
You Canadian?
Yes.
Okay.
And Sherry is an American. Texan. And Halef is an Indonesian.
I see. All right. But you're all locals because you've been living here forever.
Right.
Years and years.
Michael, what is Atlanta to you? Of all these years you've been here?
Oh, Atlanta to me is heat.
Heat. In the summer?
I love Atlanta. I moved here by choice. I got a job teaching at a university here. I quit that and I just moved to a private sector. But Atlanta is hot. It is really freaking hot, and it's not going to get any colder. It's going to continue to get warmer and warmer and warmer. And
as we go into the winter.
Atlanta is hot in more ways than one.
We do, but temperature-wise, it's freaking hot, and it's always going to get hotter and hotter. It's not going to get any better. Which is why we want to move to Indonesia, because Indonesia is going to be hot.
It's all about Atlanta.
Hold on, you want to move or you moved?
We are going to move to Indonesia.
You're going?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. And that's where you're from?
Yep.
That's where I'm from.
I see. How long have you been here?
I moved to Atlanta in 2004, so it's my 8th year in Atlanta.
8th year?
Yep.
And what is Atlanta to you?
Atlanta is a place, one of the states that is actually very famous. You know, like a lot of country songs, a lot of history
like
here. Gone with the Wind, Coca-Cola.
Gone with the Wind was filmed here?
Yep.
Yep.
Ah.
And the Coca-Cola, Delta, is all...
Right, Delta was headquartered here, right?
Yeah.
UPS too?
UPS is here.
Look at that.
In this multicultural place, you know, you can find almost everybody, you know, from all around the world here.
I see. And what about you, Cher?
Georgia is full of Georgia peaches.
There's no peaches.
There is a peach tree street.
Peach tree.
Which was the first street I visited today.
What's the trivia? How many Peachtree streets
Halef knows.
are in Georgia? In Atlanta?
128.
Well, there's at least northeast and northwest.
100.
I saw today.
128
but I think Halef
in Georgia.
How is that? This is to confuse Atlanteans?
No, there's Peachtree Street, Peachtree Road.
Guys, I want to introduce you. This is the bed I'm going to be sleeping on. Guess what? It's got remote, what is it? Remote control light. This is like first time I've ever seen something like this. Imagine you press a button and the lights go off. Can you imagine? You press once more and there's some kind of timer that talks to the alien species. You know, on Mars they just sent like a shuttle, so you can talk to that shuttle. Look at this line over here. There's a line.
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Georgia on my mind. I said, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through the pines. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly. till in the peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. I said, Georgia, oh Georgia,
That is just beautiful. What you guys doing? That branch of
just an old sweet song.
and the dog trying to reach out to you. Can you make him continue reaching out?
On my mind.
I told myself you were right for me. If I felt no company, I was shaming, it's a shame. I said we gotta go somewhere else. But you didn't have to cut me off. Hey, keep it walking, keep it walking. We were nothing. I don't even need your love. Treat me like a stranger and it feels so rough. Didn't have to stoop so low. All your friends can lick your records and then change your number. I guess that I could be another. Now you're just somebody that I used to. Somebody. Somebody that I used to. Somebody. Okay. Hey. Somebody. I see y'all back there, baby.
For many, many years, Atlanta has been known as the Peach State. As a matter of fact, as you'll see it on our license plate. You may have even
Yeah, I saw peaches on the license plates. Yeah.
I'm not really sure that that's what it was meant to be, though, because as you've probably heard, the Atlanta accent or the Georgia
Southern
accent,
drawl.
which I don't do well, but I'll fake it.
Go ahead.
Now, you know, you hear people talking like this down here, and that's a very bad. Cher has a great accent, but she has a normal accent.
Well, mine's
But
natural.
Yours is natural. Mine is fake. Mine is making not making fun, but back several years ago, here's what I believe, and I heard this as a theory. I believe that the accent became confused, and people heard Georgia is the pitch state because we have a lot of pine trees here.
Yeah.
And when the pine trees drop their needles, the sap that comes out of the trees is called pitch. Everybody knows that, right? You've heard that before yourself. Like the
I don't know that.
well, the sap that comes out of a peach tree, or out of a pine tree,
Right.
is called pitch. So I believe, and you've gotten that all over your windows in the middle of spring, right? You had to really scrub that crap off your windows.
Yeah.
So I believe that people heard the pitch state, and with the southern accent, what they really heard was, oh, there's a lot of peach down here. And that's me with my fake accent. But I honestly believe that Georgia was meant to be called the pitch state. Good luck finding a peach tree in Atlanta or even close. I have never seen a peach tree in Georgia. I've seen lots in South Carolina.
I'm in Piedmont Park, and check this out. They have bathrooms that are completely automated. You press this button, you see here, and the door opens. You go inside, and you can take a leakage, do whatever you gotta do, and there are cameras everywhere for security, so no drug people can come in and use drugs and stuff like that. There's also a toilet you can use, and lights everywhere you can touch. You know, this is the touch generation. Wash your hands apparently. Somehow, how do you activate this? Salt water. Oh, you see? You just put your hand here and then water. Aha, you see? We're living in the 24th century, my friends. Come on, more water. There you go. Wipe off the thing. There is a girl waiting. And if in case of emergency, you can escape this thing into the outer space. You see? And it talks to you too. It talks to you to tell you what you want to do, what you don't want to do. Toilet will flush automatically when hands are washed. So I'm gonna let this girl take a leakage or whatever she has to do, and you can hang things there too.
Welcome.
And you can feed at least 5 people here too. You can make a party, whatever you want to do. That's how you close the door. You see? This is 24th century, my friends. 24th. And now it's occupied. You see? It's a red light. And you can see there is a person sitting there. Well, if the person is standing, it'll probably show them standing. Standing ovation, that kind of thing. And if it's closed, it's blinking here, vacant here, sanitary disposal, touch, everything. So everything in that toilet worked well, except when you get to wash your hands. The whole sink situation is kind of too like narrow, So like as you put your hands in, there isn't much space for the water, so everything splashes onto you. So it gives this effect, as in that movie, Mr. Bean, when he's like stealing the painting. So and then he goes into the bathroom and then like he splashes the water all over his crotch. So it's pretty much the same situation with this bathroom. Everything else works perfectly. So in Georgia, on the highways, the signs for alerting you that they're checking your speed go like this: speed checked by detection devices. They don't say speed checked by radar. They say speed checked by detection devices. And why they use this kind of verbiage? My assumption is that, with the advent of internet and, anyone being able to kind of like look up the word radar and then perhaps, finding radar detectors and things like that. So, they're using that, with checking your speed by detection devices. They are making it harder for you to find a solution to avoid the radars. So, you would search for detection devices or speed detection devices, and then like if you fail at first, you would just give up and like not finding it. I don't know how long it's been like this in Georgia, but this is pretty much what I see, and I found a pattern. You know what I mean? That's what it is. All right. It is Tuesday, September 25th. 2012. I am still in Atlanta, heading out to Charleston, South Carolina. And this is apparently where the dance Charleston was invented. Charleston, that's how I remembered it from, growing up speaking Russian, Charleston. So why am I going to Charleston? Because originally I was planning on going to Columbia, South Carolina. Guess what? My couchsurfing hosts, Michael and Halef, Halef said, you should go to Charleston. There is nothing going on in Columbia, It's like in Charleston they have these like really beautiful trees with like, looking like earrings of the women, like it's very beautiful. Like it's only that place and Savannah, Georgia, which is about an hour and a half away from Charleston. And he says, you definitely have to check out Savannah. If you're an artist, this is so aesthetically pleasing, beautiful, beautiful place to visit. I will probably not be going to Savannah, but since the archery is like that in Charleston too, I'm gonna be going to Charleston, so check it out. To Columbia, I was sending like 5 people I sent the request to. Well, I'm showing 10, but 5 people, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but no one responded. Only one guy said, you know, I can't, you know, there's someone coming and everything. So, and when I sent to Charleston, you know, people were responsive, and within 10 minutes, one guy replied. His name is James. One more James. There was another guy, James, in Florida, and this guy is James too. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be hosting me for the next couple of days in Charleston. 10 minutes later, he replied. He says, come stay with me, no problem. And here I am, going there. What was Atlanta like? Atlanta has been great, very fruitful. The first night I arrived, there was Pearl Jam concert, and there was a lot of people flocking there, and like, you know, I got like 15 people on the first night, and I was in Atlanta for 3 days staying with Michael and Halef. Michael is going, he's preparing for a marathon in New York, which is happening November 4th, and he lost like some 2,000 pounds or something like that. He used to be probably, you know, on the heavy side, and now he's like more, you know, like, you know, more sporty and everything. So he's preparing for the marathon. I might be seeing him November 4th or sometime before or after, you know, when he is going to be in New York. And I'm looking forward, you know, like really nice people, you know, Michael and Halef, you know, they made my stay in Atlanta really like great, you know. I mean, we didn't get to like go places or anything like that, but we hung out at the place. So Zeitgeist yesterday evening again, you know, I saw it like ages ago, the movie Zeitgeist. It's about 12 o'clock right now, just had breakfast, the pancake, original pancake house. And 6 hours, about close to 6 hours of driving to Charleston from here. It's right on the shoreline. And I was also sending requests to Virginia. Not so many people replied. So I have a relative living, or maybe a couple of relatives living in, what's it called? Norfolk. And the last time I visited them was 1996. 2 years after I came to America, the free country. And chances are I'm gonna have to, you know, contact them and everything. I might skip New Jersey, because I'm waking up like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, not so early. And you could tell by, you know, all these 30 states so far, you know, the 31st is the Charleston, South Carolina, are putting a toll on my body. So, you know, I'm like, I am tired, you know, doing this for over 2 months, you know? Why? Why are you making me do this? So, here I am on the road, Charleston, seeing James as my couchsurfing host. Cheerios.
I say just an old sweet song.